Auspicious day of Nityananda Trayodasi, the appearance day of Lord Nityananda. So we will discuss the glories of Lord Nityananda. Om Agyantim Randhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhaktir Bhagavati Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So today is one of the most auspicious days, the appearance day of Lord Nityananda, and it is the beginning of the festival season, because as we know, in the year we have sort of 9 festivals, 9, so you can say prominent festivals. It starts with Nityananda Trayodasi, then Gaur Purnima, then Ram Navami, and then Narsingha Chaturdashi. That's the first half of the year. And in the second half of the year, we have Lord Balram's appearance day, we have Krishna Janmashtami, we have Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, and Radhashtami. So 4 in the beginning, 4 at the end, and then again at the end, we have the big Govardhan Puja celebration, the Diwali and Govardhan Puja celebration. So we can say that these are the 9 major festivals, Gaudiya Vaishnava festivals. And we celebrate these festivals with a lot of joy, a lot of bliss, a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection. Earlier I used to think, and even now, it's a very valid reflection, that when a living entity goes through 8.4 million species of life, the human life is a very rare one. And especially when we come in contact with the devotees, when we start following Srila Prabhupada's teachings, our human life actually becomes a festival. Our human life becomes festival. I mean, what do people do in festivals? Especially when we are devotees, we meditate on the glories of the Lord. We meet with devotees. We if the fasting is there, we fast. Then we have feasting happening. So today is Nityananda Trayodasi. We'll fast for half day, then break the fast, and in the evening we'll have a wonderful festival at the temple, and then we'll have a big feast. So similarly, human life is like that. It's just full of joy. The other day I was speaking to a devotee, and we discussed the last weekend's 3-day festival, and we were discussing on that Tuesday that for us it really doesn't matter, because every day we connect with Krishna when we chant our rounds, and that is very exciting, so exciting. We study Prabhupada's books, and that also is very exciting. So every day is like, as we hear, that in the spiritual world, every word is a song, every step is a dance, and there is a festival every day. So when we are engaged in devotional service, we have festival every day. One time, a devotee asked Prabhupada, there was some small festival happening, and a devotee asked Prabhupada, so what is this festival today? It's very nice. Can we have a festival every day? Prabhupada said, yes, we can have a festival every day if you want. And actually, if you see that we are having festivals every day. So today is the appearance day of Lord Nityananda. Many of us who are coming from, most of us actually coming from non-Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya background, right? So we should understand who Lord Nityananda is. This is our third year, and by now, most of us should know who Lord Nityananda is. A very simple explanation can be given that even when we think logically, so far we have understood from the three pramans, Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda, that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Person. Yes, so He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Srila Prabhupada says. And then He asks us to surrender everything to Him in Bhagavad Gita. Knowing that people in Kali Yuga will not do that, He comes Himself to show how to do it as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So He comes as Nimai. He comes as Nimai, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaur Sundar, and He shows us how to surrender to Krishna. And of course, when Krishna is there, His first expansion, Balram, is there also. So similarly here, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, his first expansion, his elder brother, is Nityananda. So that's the simple explanation of Nityananda. Yes, Krishna came 5,000 years ago, Balram came 5,000 years ago, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu just came 500 years ago. And how do we know that they are the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Because again, the authorized scripture, Chaitanya Charitamrita, that describes the glories of both Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Lochandas Thakur, in his wonderful bhajan, he sings Paramakaruna Paho Doi Jana Nitai Gaur Chandra Sabavatara Sara Shiromani Keval Anand Kanda. So Lochandas Thakur, very beautiful bhajan. And when Prabhupada, once he was singing this bhajan, he actually went into ecstasy. Tears started flowing from his eyes and he was completely stunned. Very, very beautiful bhajan. Parama Karuna Paho Duijana Nitai Gauri Chandra Sab Avatara Sara Shiromani. So these two are the Shiromani, the crest jewel of all the incarnations. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as Krishna, and then he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then when Nityananda Prabhu comes, he is the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. He is serving Krishna. So let's, is it okay if I go on a little bit longer today? Because anyway, no breakfast today, half day fast. It's Saturday, so please excuse me. And those who want to leave can leave, but it's nice that we glorify Nityananda Prabhu, appropriately. So we start with the 12 names of Lord Nityananda. Wonderful names. And when we just meditate on these names, so much bliss comes, so much joy comes, and so much purification happens. Nityanando avadhutendur vasudha pranaballabha Janvi Jivita Pati Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu Padmavati Suta Sriman Satchinandan Purvajaha Bhavanmato Jagatrata Rakta Gaura Kalevaraha. So it's Nityanando. So word Nityananda itself means Nitya Ananda. Nitya means eternal and Ananda means bliss. So he is the embodiment, he is a form of eternal bliss. Even when first time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu meets, this is an amazing pastime. I love this pastime. I do not think I will get ever tired to describe that pastime and to hear that pastime. Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu first time meets in Navadvipa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at Nityananda Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu is laughing, he's just laughing loudly. Because when you are in bliss, when you are in the bliss of devotional service, when you're in the bliss of, serving Krishna, you'll always be smiling, laughing, you're always joyful. So Nitya Ananda means he's the embodiment of eternal bliss. Avadhutendur. So Avadhut is, as we know, he is the moon of all the Avadhutas. And Avadhuta is one who doesn't care about social regulations. He's always in the bliss of devotional service. He's always in the ecstasy, he's always thinking of Krishna. He's always happy. So he's the moon of all the Avadhutas. Vasudha Prana Vallabha. So Vasudha is the wife of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu had two wives and they were sisters, Vasudha and Jahnavi. And as we know, some of you might know that after Nityananda Prabhu left, Janva Mata took the prominent role, and actually she became the guru of many, many followers. She was the one who sort of helped Sankirtan movement to grow, and amazing personality, amazing devotee. In the bhajan Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavan, again Krishna Das, the devotee who has composed his bhajan, he also bows down to the lotus feet of Janva Mata. So Nityanando Avadhutendur Vasudha Prana Vallabha. So he is the life and soul of Vasudha. Nityananda Prabhu is the life and soul of Vasudha. Jahnavi Jivita Pati. So he is the life-giving, the enthusiasm-giving husband of Jahnavi Mata, Janva Mata. She is also called Janva Mata. So Nityananda is the husband of Vasudha, who is the life and soul of Vasudha, and he is the one who gives enthusiasm and life to Janva Mata. Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu. So Nityananda Ram, he bestows love for Krishna. Prada means to give, right? So he gives us the love of Krishna, which is the ultimate goal of life. As we said, the ultimate goal of life is to achieve Krishna Prem. And Nityananda Prabhu, very beautifully, he gives Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu. And Prabhu means he is the Lord and Master of all the devotees. So Krishna Prema, Nityananda Prabhu is the one who gives Krishna Prem to everyone, and he is the Lord and Master of the devotees. The second part is Padmavati Sutah Sriman. The Suta means son of Padmavati. Sriman means Sri means all the opulences. So he is the personification, or is full of the transcendental majesty. He is full of all the majesty. Again, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was glorifying Lord Nityananda, he was saying, in my dream, I have seen a personality, and he's a huge personality. He's carrying a club, and if you see him, you will faint. So this is the majesty described by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he's not a small guy, he's a big guy. And he's a Balaram. He's none other than one who gives the spiritual strength to everyone. So Nityananda Prabhu is full of the beautiful, splendorous, transcendental majesty. Satchinandana Purvaja. Satchinandana Purvaja means he is the elder brother of Satchinandana. Who's that? Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gaura Sundar. Bhavon Matto Jagatrata. Bhavan Matto means, so he is Matta means mad. So he is maddened with ecstatic emotions. Jagatrata means, Jagatrata, to trata means to save. How we say Kshatriya. Kshatriya means one who saves someone from Kshata. So someone who saves someone from hurt or harm. So Bhavan Mato Jagatrata Rakta Gaura Kalevaraha. And what's Nityananda Prabhu's complexion? Rakta Gaura is golden tinged with red. Gaura, as we know, is golden, and Rakta means blood, red. So his complexion is golden tinged with red. So he appeared on this planet on the 13th day of the bright fortnight. You can see beautiful moon in the night, and a couple of days it will be Purnima, and then after 15 days, after a month, then there'll be again another Gaura Purnima. So Nityananda Prabhu appeared on the 13th day of the bright fortnight in the month of Magh. Magh is the month where Nityananda Prabhu was born, and he was born in Ekachakra to Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. So these were his parents, Hadai Pandit, Hadai Oja, and Padmavati. So that's the background, his name, where he appeared, his, like sort of a Grihastha life, like that. Now let's look at his position as far as we are concerned, and what our acharyas describe. So again, Narottam Das Thakur sings very nice bhajan. Gauranga bolite habe pulak sharira, Hari Hari bolite nayane babe nira. আর কবে নিতাই চন্দের করুণা হইবে সংসার বাসনা কবে মোরা তুচ্ছ হবে বিষয় ছড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মানা তবে হাম হেরাব শ্রী বৃন্দাবনা. So here Narottam Das Thakur sings very beautifully that who is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Nityananda Prabhu. He says Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira, that when will a day come when I take the name of Gauranga and my body will be full of ecstasy, the full of 8 ecstatic symptoms. And when will the day come when Nitai Chandra will have some mercy on me? Ara kabe nitai chande karuna hoibe. Karuna means mercy, compassion. So when will Nitai Chanda will have compassion on me? Ara kabe nitai chander karuna hoibe. Samsar basana kabe mora tuch habe. So the test for us as an individual, as a devotee practicing, how will we know that we are getting the mercy of Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu? Is that the simple test is that my vasana for the material world, my desires for the material world is getting lesser and lesser and lesser, and it's almost gone. It's gone. So, Ara kabe nitai chandar karuna hoibe. Vasana kabet mora tuch hobe. So tuch means very small. So when will the material desires, the detachment from material desires happen? So the more detached we are from the material desires, the more mercy we have got. Now we have to understand that Nityananda Prabhu has come here also to play a double role. While he is distributing the love of Godhead on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is also trying to save us. Now, as we know, that Nityananda Prabhu, his title is Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead, right? So he is completely submissive to the desires of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya wants everyone to be delivered. He wants everyone to have the love of Godhead. Now, like Balarama, Nityananda Prabhu also has unlimited expansions. His 5 main forms, we can say, are, Nityananda Prabhu is Mahasankarshan, he is Garbhodakshai, Karanodakshai, and Shirodakshai Vishnu, and then he is the Anantashesh. He is the Anantashesh. So he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, he is Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. So he is God and not God at the same time. And this is where we come to the concept which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced of Achintya Bhed Abhed Tattva. That Krishna is simultaneously one with Balaram. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is simultaneously one with Nityananda Prabhu, but simultaneously different from Nityananda Prabhu. Achintya Bhed Abhed Tattva. Simultaneous, inconceivable oneness and difference. So they are simultaneously, not at different times. They're simultaneously one and different from each other. So this is the position of Nityananda Prabhu. Now, as far as we are concerned, when we understand that Nityananda Prabhu also represents the Adi Guru, he is the Adi Guru. So we have our own gurus in our lives. People have different gurus. You have yoga guru, you have stock market guru, you have, your school guru. We have spiritual gurus in our lives. We have, Vartama Pathdarshak Guru, we have Shiksha Guru, we have Diksha Guru, we have Chaitya Guru. And then we understand that, yes, when we are completely submissive to the desire of the Lord, we are connected with the Guru Parampara. Nityananda Prabhu, he comes in three roles. He comes as a guru, he comes as a servant, and he comes as a friend. So he's serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's serving us also by inviting us to come to Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Haridas Thakur, he told Advaita Acharya, he told Nityananda Prabhu to go to every town and village, to every home, and only beg so that everyone chants the name of the Lord. So Nityananda Prabhu comes for two main purposes. To support, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the two main purposes are to spread the cult of bhakti. That's what we are doing. The Guru also does the same thing. His Holiness Jayadeva Maharaj was here, Shankarshan Prabhu was here. What they do is, following in the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they're spreading the cult of bhakti. Every place, every town and village, every home. That's the first purpose of Nityananda Prabhu, to spread the cult of bhakti. And the second one is to defeat and subdue the atheists. So he comes and with arguments, with logic, with devotion, he defeats and subdues the atheists. And we have seen in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cases, in so many leelas are there, where he has subdued, after defeating, Prakashananda Saraswati, Chand Kazi, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, so many of these personalities who were either Mayavadis or complete atheists, and they were saved by these two personalities. So Nityananda Prabhu, of course, he gives us strength because he's Balaram himself. And as we become more and more detached from material attachment, material attraction, Nityananda Prabhu becomes more and more pleased with us. And of course, we have this material body, so we need, to have activities, we need some facilities, we need some things. But the most important thing we have to understand is that anything what we need must not be in the mood of sense enjoyment. It is just to keep our body and soul together. So this is our mood of, coming into Krishna consciousness. Then what does Nityananda Prabhu do? He's a transparent via medium. And then Guru and the whole Guru Parampara also is the transparent via medium. So, and this is the medium through which we get service. You have to understand, if someone calls you for a service, we might have 1,000 reasons not to come or not to perform their service. Our false ego is like that even for some small reason, we feel offended, and then we don't come to the temple, or just leave our service, or not associate with devotees. And then we see the perpetual cycle of the Maya kicking us and covering us goes on and on and on. But if you understand that, yes, this devotee is giving me service, let me accept this service, because Guru is the medium with which Krishna gives the service. We are awarded service from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the medium of Guru. Now, of course, when we are compatriots, when we are comrades in the service, of course, if someone is giving a service, we accept that service. But when some senior is giving you service, we have to understand that, yes, before saying no, can I think 1,000 times? Can I go out of my way? Can I do whatever possible to accept this service? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is using Nityananda Prabhu and our gurus to engage conditioned souls like us in his service. We also know that Nityananda Prabhu, of course, is the Adi Guru, and our Guru represents Nityananda Prabhu. But then we also know that Guru represents Srimati Radharani also. So, when you hear this apparently contradictory statement, who takes you to Krishna? Is it Nityananda Prabhu or Srimati Radharani? So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, in his one of the articles in Harmonist, he explains that, of course, Guru represents Srimati Radharani, and sometimes Guru also represents Lord Nityananda. So in our case, when Lord Nityananda sees that our material desires are getting less and less and less, and we are more and more inclined to do service, then Nityananda Prabhu sees that if a devotee is fit to serve the inner circle in Vrindavan, then he will recommend us. So Nityananda Prabhu, he is recommending us to Srimati Radharani. And then Srimati Radharani, of course, she is the complete personification of compassion. So she always, if, Nityananda Prabhu is recommending, she is accepting this wonderful devotee from Burbank. So yes, this devotee is serving so nicely, let me accept this devotee. And then Srimati Radharani takes that devotee to Krishna. And Krishna has to, of course, accept. We can see that similarly, how this happens in Mahaprabhu's pastimes. When anyone who used to come with their own commentaries of any scripture or any any poems or any any of the creations, first they will be vetted by Swarup Damodar. So only if Swarup Damodar clears the composition, it will go to Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, there was no chance that anyone can straight go to Mahaprabhu and make Mahaprabhu hear their composition and just waste his time. No. So anyone who comes like that was vetted by Swarup Damodar. So for us also, we will be vetted by our Guru, who will again recommend us to our initiating Guru. And then, ultimately, Lord Nityananda will recommend us to Srimati Radharani, and then we'll be allowed entry into the inner circle of servants in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So if we have material attachments, entry into the kingdom of Vrindavan is almost impossible. And then by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, offenselessly, when we chant with love in our heart, when we understand that Krishna and his holy name are not different, when we chant with so much love, slowly the purification happens, and then material desires get reduced, and then we gain entry into the inner circle of Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and then in Golok Vrindavan. You also see that in the beginning, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the Sankirtan movement, where was the Sankirtan movement started? In Shiva's Angan, in the house of Shiva's Thakur. And only people who Mahaprabhu considered fit were invited. And we see that, when anyone who is not in the inner circle and somehow they gain entry, Mahaprabhu immediately, he feels that no, there's someone here who's not fit to be here. Can we isolate them? Can we find them out? And they have to come back when they are pure enough to come back. So this way for us, we also perform devotional service, beg for mercy, and try to become eligible to enter into that inner circle of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakti Vigyan Goswami, he writes very beautifully, I've quoted this before. He says, at the end of my life, I will not have the courage to face Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahavadanyaya incarnation. He is the most munificent, most merciful incarnation. But I am so fallen and have not done anything in my human life to go and face Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the most munificent incarnation, the most merciful Mahavadanyaya. But even then, I have, I'm a rascal, the lowest rascal. He calls himself, of course, in all his humility. So I cannot face Mahaprabhu. But he says, yes, there is a little chance. Because Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is a dosha darshi. He doesn't see any dosh, any fault in us. He doesn't see any fault in us. And when we approach Nityananda Prabhu with folded hands, so this evening, when we come to the temple, and please, we have wonderful Gaura deities from the ISKCON Brisbane Temple. The picture is there. So we bow down to Nityananda Prabhu. We ask for his mercy. He says, Mahaprabhu, please, I beg, give me some mercy. Nityananda Prabhu, give me some mercy so that I can be free from my material desires. I can do service. I can do more service. Please, my Guru, and then please allow me to come in the inner circle of both of you. So this way, with all of the love we have in our hearts, with all the emotions, all the feelings we have, of servitude, we approach Nityananda Prabhu. So this way, Nityananda Prabhu helps us in progressing in our spiritual lives. Now I want to describe, as I said, the Leela. So far we have just discussed the Tattva of Nityananda Prabhu. Now my most favorite Leela is the meeting of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. When Nityananda Prabhu was in Vrindavan, he knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has started his Sankirtan movement in Navadvipa. So he said, yes, I have to now meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, serve him, get his instructions, and then do as what he pleases. So then this is a beautiful verse in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Janiya aila jata Navadvipa pure asiya rahila nandan acharya raghare. So when Nityananda Prabhu knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan movement, he comes to Navadvip and he hides in the house of Nandan Acharya. So he hides in the house of Nandan Acharya. And then on the other hand, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood that Nityananda Prabhu has reached Navadvipa. So then he says, yes, he's like in the case of Narottam Das Thakur, he also speaks to all the Vaishnavas and he says, oh, my dear brothers, within the next 2 or 3 days, a great personality will come here. A great personality will come here. Now, no one understood who he was talking about, and who he's referring to, who is going to come. And then one day, after a couple of days, one day when Mahaprabhu concluded his own worship of Lord Vishnu, he came to meet with the devotees. And then he says, actually, last night I had a very wonderful dream. It's a great chariot. The chariot came and stopped in front of my house. And on the chariot was sitting a wonderful personality. He had a huge body. He was holding a club over his shoulder, and he was holding a kamandalu with a stick in his right hand. And he was wearing a very beautiful, shining blue cloth. He had a blue turban. And he had a wonderful earring hanging from on his left ear. And then he says, when I saw this personality, I immediately thought of Lord Balaram, my elder brother. And then this personality asked me 20 times, 10 times, 20 times. He said, is this the house of Nimai Pandit? As we know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also called Nimai Pandit because he was born under a neem tree. So he was called Nimai Pandit. So he says, in the dream, that personality is asking me many, many times, is this the house of Nimai Pandit? Is this the house of Nimai Pandit? Is this the house of Nimai Pandit? Even though he was, great, but he still looked like an Avadhuta who had no consideration for any social obligations. He says, I have never seen such a personality. He says, I felt very respectful to him. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, then I asked him, oh, great personality, may I know who you are? And then that great personality says, I am your elder brother. Tomorrow, we will meet with each other. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, yes, the day has come now, we can meet. And then he says, okay, Shivas Pandit, Haridas, you go out and see where is this personality staying. And then after 9 hours, Shivas Thakur and Haridas Thakur, they come back and say, we looked at the house of all the Vaishnavas, of all the Brahmanas, of all the citizens Even the atheists, we looked at the house of all these people, we could not find him. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very mercifully tells them that you will not be able to find Nityananda without me. And this is a lesson for us, that we will not be able to find Nityananda without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we will not be able to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took all the devotees to the house of Nandanacharya. And then when they saw each other, so he says, yes, we will go out and look for Nityananda Prabhu when they meet. And the meeting itself is very, very ecstatic. So when they saw each other, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thinks that this personality is shining like millions of suns. He is this great jewel among all the people. You can see, you can feel that when these two personalities are meeting each other for the first time, so much excitement is there, but not one word is spoken. They just looked at each other very silently. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recognized Lord Nityananda. He says, yes, this is the Lord of my life. And Lord Nityananda also recognized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then they both became stunned, completely stunned. With focused attention, they're looking at each other. And we see the description in the scriptures that when a devotee looks at the Lord and when the Lord looks at the devotee, as if they're licking each other with their tongue, drinking each other's personality through their eyes, and embracing each other with their arms, and smelling each other through their noses. So this is what happens when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Nityananda Prabhu for the first time. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks Srivas Pandit that please recite a verse from Srīmad Bhāgavatam. And then Srivas Pandit understands the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he describes this beautiful verse from the 10th canto where Krishna and Balram, they are entering the forest, and very beautiful description of Krishna is given. Barha pidam natvara vapu karnayo karnikaram bibradvasa kanakapisham vaijantim chamalam randhran veno radhara sudaya parayongapa vrindaranyam sapadaramanam pravisad gita kirti. So the translation goes like this: wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, a blue karnikara flower on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and the Vaijanti garland, Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers as he entered the forest of Vrindavan. Beautifying it with the marks of his footprints, he filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. So this is the wonderful description given in the 10th canto, where Krishna and Balram are entering the forest, and cowherd boys are singing Krishna's glories. Wonderful description of Krishna is given. So when Srivas Pandit recited this verse, Lord Nityananda heard this verse and immediately fell down, and he completely lost his external consciousness. And of course, as we see from Prabhupada's pastimes, when something like this happens, devotees chant more and more and more. So Mahaprabhu instructed Srivas Thakur to recite more and more and more. And by hearing again and again and again, Lord Nityananda regained his external consciousness, and then he started roaring like a lion because he was very, very happy. He was jumping high in the air, falling to the ground. People are thinking, hey, your bones will break. Even the devotees were afraid of speaking to each other. And everyone was praying to the Lord. He says, Krishna, please save him, please save him. He's like gone mad. He's dancing and jumping and coming down and all that. And then, of course, at the end, they both become ecstatic due to madness. And then they embrace each other. And Mahaprabhu, calms down Lord Nityananda, takes his entire form onto his lap. And the moment the cooling touch of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body, of his lap, Nityananda Prabhu feels, then he immediately calms down, and then he just looks at Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as if Lakshmana, his name is Indrajit, he looks at um, um, Lakshman. So in the mood of Lakshman, as if he's looking at Lord Ram. So Nityananda Prabhu is looking at Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the wonderful pastime when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is meeting Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and it is described that whosoever listens to this pastime will become free from material bondage and receive pure Krishna bhakti. So this way we meditate upon Lord Nityananda, his position, his mercy upon us, our relationship with him. So many pastimes are there. The Dahi Chida pastime, the famous pastime when he goes to Advaita Acharya's house and they have a fun time together, criticizing each other like friends. The pastime of Jalakeli, the water pastimes in the Indradyumna Sarovar in Jagannath Puri. We can describe that, and read about that, meditate upon that, and make our day successful and our life successful. नित्यानंद त्रयोदशी महोत्सव की जय, नित्यानंद राम की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you very much for hearing. If there's any questions or comments, please unmute and share.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. You took us to Navadvip at the lotus feet of God Nitai and all the followers and devotees. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Yeah, it's just wonderful to discuss these wonderful pastimes, and how in a drama we enter into the actor enters into the mood of the character. So for us also, when we meditate more and more, when we hear and recite more and more, we can actually feel the bliss of being there. Little glimpse comes. Of course, we should not become sahajiyas. I'm not saying that we should become sahajiyas. We have to go through the parampara and follow the rules and regulations, follow the principles of Vaidhi Bhakti. But yes, the glimpse comes, and it is an impetus for us to progress in bhakti. Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you
Mataji.
so much for giving the class and glorifying Lord Nityananda.
That's all your mercy, Mataji.
No, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I'm actually listening to a class. Yes.
Sorry, I have to interrupt. When I was telling Vaidharvi that people are sick of hearing me, but she's relentless. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Oh, okay, but we enjoy hearing you. So thank you for doing
Hare
the
Krishna.
service. Prabhu, I was hearing this class, and they were mentioning that how Devamrita Maharaj was mentioning that when a devotee is attacked by lust, this quality of lust, and lust not only means related to male or female union, but anything that we desire other than Krishna's service or for our own gratification, then deep down, we should cry out loud for Lord Nityananda, like that. Like we should cry out so loud that our lungs are, calling out, but our lips are not moving in a way. And then he was saying that, yes, and genuinely, Lord Nityananda comes and helps you. So yeah, I just thought that that's so relevant for today's, auspicious day of Nityananda Trayodashi.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Mother. Yes, because Nityananda Ram is none other than Balram himself, and we get spiritual strength from praying to Lord Nityananda. Of course, with that strength we can curb, as Krishna says in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the all-devouring enemy lust. So lust doesn't only mean that sex desire, but it is anything not related to Krishna. So yes, we have desires, but our desire should be only to keep the life and soul together. Anything more than that, we should think, okay, how can I reduce that? How can I reduce that? We always fall short of the benchmark, but we should keep on trying. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else wants to share? We have time today because, as we said, Saturday and half-day fast. So Okay, wonderful. May Lord Nityananda give you all his mercy. May we meditate upon his wonderful features, his pastimes. I would request everyone as a homework that please, pick up one Leela and, go through that Leela in a very meditative mood. And then in the evening when we meet, instead of discussing each other's dhotis and saris, we can discuss the pastimes of Lord Nityananda and gain some insight into these pastimes. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Lord Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Krishna willing, we'll see each other at the temple from 5 o'clock to celebrate the wonderful festival. We have kept this festival a bit simple because, as we said, that we want devotees also to be meditative and not just work externally for the festival. So, also today is the birthday of our very dear Yamuna Sundari Mataji, who does a lot of the tireless service of decorating every time. And for me, decoration is a very important service because someone who enters the temple, they get this wow feeling. The wow feeling is there. Wow, this is the place I want to be. And Yamuna Sundari Mataji very, very meticulously, she does this service. And of course, I can reveal a secret that sometimes leads to arguments between the husband and the wife because of this. I won't consider OCD, but the meticulous nature of the service. Hare Krishna. Please understand that this is a little light mood, not something serious.
Thank you, Kaku.
Okay, please bless Yamuna, then that she progresses in her bhakti, and please bless Rasa that he doesn't become an obstacle on the way in her service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you. That's a beautiful class.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Remembering Leela. Thank you so much. And happy birthday, Yamuna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Happy birthday, Yamuna.